We are super proud here in Morocco to have women that actually believe in the collateral of startups, who are engaged in transmitting and advising these same startups. So Hiba Mrani Alaoui, 33 years old, mother of a little child of almost 2 years. I graduated from HEC in 2015. I started interning in finance and investment banking, mainly in M&A. And then I was lucky enough to be in Paris in 2014, 2015, where the frenzy of the French tech was rising at that time. So I decided to do something different and go for a major that would be actually connected to the new innovations. And I joined Stéphane Madoff at a major of management in new technologies. After I finished my HEC curriculum, I had the opportunity to go to New York to join the Texas CIB in the leverage finance department. I didn't think about it twice, of course, so I spent some time in New York enjoying the city, but at the same time working on several transactions on the LBO side. In many sectors. And then after that, I decided to come back to Paris and to join a French consulting firm. One of the biggest challenges I had was to actually launch the IFS Alpha program for BNP Paribas. It was a huge program involving stakeholders from all over the world, from BNP Paribas and other companies and other expertise. After this, it gave me a vision for my country, Morocco. So I came back in 2018. And I met with Hassan Belkhayat, and together we shared the same passion for startups and this rising ecosystem. So I joined Southbridge and I started creating with him the entrepreneurship and investment, startup investment arm in Morocco. And more recently, after having advised over 100 startups, I created jointly with the Southbridge and Axam Family Office, their first private-backed VC in Morocco. Back in the day in 2019 in Morocco, it was completely desertic. There were very few initiatives, and even though there were rising initiatives from the institutional side, sometimes it wasn't kind of adapted to the reality of Morocco. So we had to think about something unique that would be different, startup friendly, but at the same time strict enough to actually deliver what we sold to our investors. For this, we needed companies that would actually be already incubated and accelerated. And at the WITA program, we had an accelerator. So the companies all had already a product on the market, strong leadership, usually a founder and a co-founder. Started doing some turnovers and sales in the market. Not already scalable regionally, but on the verge of being scalable. And having a technology was a very, very nice to have. And it started to be something completely necessary when we evolved over time. I would say definitely data pathology as a first startup. It's a health tech. It operates on AI-powered cancer diagnosis in desertic areas. But the potential in Africa is a $4 billion market. And I think this is not even the latest number. Now, answering your second question, whether Morocco has the potential to become a startup nation, the answer is 200% yes. The amount of the valuations in Morocco has doubled in H1 2023, in the latest report. In comparison to the trial of Nigeria, Senegal, and South Africa that was booming in 2022, Morocco is actually the one country rising, because they have been conservative enough back in 2020 and 2021. They have made the choice, and we have made the choice, to invest on companies that were EBITDA positive, that were cash healthy. It happens we're about 5 to 10 in Morocco, ladies. In the whole African continent, we should be about 42 females who are engaged actually in venture capital. So I guess 40 is a very small number, but at the same time, I mean, in comparison to France, for example, or elsewhere, but I guess it's really starting to rise. We are super proud here in Morocco to have women that actually believe in the collateral of startups, who are engaged in transmitting and advising these same startups, because it needs a lot of energy to be 24/7 available to the startups. And we need more women on this. I truly encourage all the women, be it from HEC or elsewhere, here in Morocco or in Africa, to actually start and plunge into this environment. And if they can be incentivized and part of the GP roundtable, it's even better, because this is where you actually put yourself in the shoes of real LPs. This is where you measure the risk, and this is where you create the best value. Well, HEC for me is about daring. All the people I've met there are incredible personalities, very curious, open to the world, with a strong fear to change things and sometimes to break the rules. And I think you guys should keep this DNA.